But this gonna be the main source of thing that's gonna throw somebody off. Like this new person right here is level 4. Okay? It's not that bad at lower levels crafting new gear. But the time you get to epic gear, I'm gonna throw up something on the screen right now of the majestic armor that I want to get. But by the time I get that, I'm gonna have to get double of that materials for legendary. And the only thing, the only difference, okay? Okay, so, if you go to WoW, and you go look at these majestic stuff, compared to what the next armor set's gonna be, it is about double compared to what you're gonna need here. Like, look at it. Just look at it. Like, I'm sorry, but the crafting is gonna throw people off so much. I'm sorry. It's okay. Okay, listen. It is okay to make a game a little grindy, but when it comes to the point that it gets to be too much grind, it's going to throw off new players. And personally, it's going to throw me off. I never liked crafting systems like this in MMO games, to the point where it feels like all you're doing in the game is just material gathering the entire game. Like, that's not what an MMO game should be about the entire time. Okay? So, the way for them to combat this a little bit, I feel like, is either, because even with the drop rate or the harvest or whatever, the harvest, I think it's the harvest multiplayer that gives you multiplayer, that gives you more when you either lumber or pickaxe or whatever, gives you a chance to get more, okay? But the thing is, when you upgrade to a new thing and it gives you a perk, it should be 100% chance of getting you more materials. So if I go mine a fucking moonstone, it should at least be able to give me 20 per moonstone. So then it's not as tedious. Either make it better, where I'm getting more each time I'm upgrading the tool with the perk and blah 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 blah, or reduce half of the materials needed for each equipment by each grade, okay? So, what I'm saying is, if you go to Majestic Body, it is, okay, so if I go to Dark Crystals, it's the weakest version. Why the fucking point is it? Why would, okay, I need to ask, why would anybody, and you have to be level 40 to even get both of these, okay? Why would anyone, okay, why would anyone craft the Dark when they just go to Majestic and it's way better armor? But then by the time you even gather all the materials and even craft all this, you just have to do it again for Legendary. So what's the fucking point? Okay? So, all I'm saying is, there's just no... it just makes me so mad. I just want this game to be good, but like, the crafting, it's just, it's kind of outrageous. Okay? So, and another thing, by the time you gather all those materials, okay? I'm not saying, I don't know if you have a chance for it not to craft. I don't know how that works because I've never had something not crafted. But if this is saying 80% chance of success rate of crafting, so now I have a chance of it breaking even though I gathered all the materials to craft it. I'm sorry, but no, they can fuck off, okay? So I'm saying, that is a stupid system because I've already gathered all these materials. It should always be a 100% success chance of crafting a thing. Now, another thing. What? Okay, before I continue. Like I said, why would anyone craft this when I can go make this? That's good better. That's way better. Why? Okay, so this kind of correlates with what I'm about to just say. So, this is the first armor that you don't make. You actually first make this armor. Because the tutorial and at the beginning it makes you make these. Okay? But I wanted to go mage. Okay? So I made these instead, but I still had to make these because of the quest. So, these two you get at the beginning. Okay? Then you get these, almost, I don't know when you start wearing these, requires level 1. But now you're stuck with that armor into level 30. You don't even get a halfway point. Not even level 15. You have to wait all the way to level 30 to even get new armor. And then you have to wait all the way to level 30 to get a new weapon. Okay. And also, so this correlates back to the armor. Why is there 2 level requirements of level 30 of the same difference of the staff? Why would I go for the other one when this is clearly better? So what's the point? So what I'm saying is, make it where you can craft these at different levels. Like, instead of this is level 1, okay? This right here should be level 15. The armor should have been level 15 before the level 30 blue armor. So on. So on, so on, so on. With all the staffs, all the other weapons, all the other armor, it should... The crafting and the level balancing is off. It's completely off. Sure, this game just came out, what, 3 weeks ago. But when you made this, did you not think about how long you're going to be going without a new weapon? You're saying the entire beginning of the game, I'm going to have to go without a new weapon for fucking almost like 20 levels? Yeah, you gotta be on crack, okay? Alright, so I just want this game to be good, so I'm gonna be very stern. Okay? So that is the biggest problem. And I'm sorry, that is literally the biggest of all problems with this game. The biggest problem is that this entire crafting system. I'm not saying the crafting system is entirely bad. I don't mind going gathering materials and crafting, but when it comes to the point where that's all I'm spending my time doing, it's not engaging, it's not fun, it's just gonna throw people off. And if you're trying to bring new players to this genre, they're going to be running off and not play this game. They're gonna probably get to like level 10 and quit because they just see how much effort they have to actually put in. And I'm not saying there shouldn't be any effort, but I'm saying when it becomes to the point where I didn't start really having an issue until I got to this. Look at this. Look at the materials needed for this. It's not as much compared to this. What is that big, huge, gapping leap of resources needed? What is that huge gapping just please tell me what is that huge gap of resources that's needed. Please tell me. Because that is fucking ridiculous. Then you go in and add this, okay? At this point, I shouldn't need to be using rocks anymore. I'm sorry. Okay, this is where it brings to another problem. What's the point of selling resources in the market unless it's only resources that you don't really necessarily need? But I can't really sell these old resources because I need them for every crafting recipe. Okay? I can't even sell old rocks for people that may actually need them. Or old animal bones because you think I need them for every single thing. I can understand for this armor because of the skeleton part. But like, why can I... I'm just wondering, why do I need emeraldite to make this armor? Please tell me why I need emeraldite to make this armor. Because I just want to know why you think I need to use emeraldite for every piece of armor set. Why? Now, I don't know about emeraldite because I've never mined an emeraldite. I've only bought a gemstone. I've never actually gotten it. I don't even know where to get it. I asked some people and people don't even know where to. Or someone told me they don't know. I'm assuming, at least from what I looked up, that they're from the catacombs. But I haven't defeated an enemy there yet. Because, you know, this is where it kind of brings where some of the stats fell off. Okay? Like, so if I go to the catacombs, let's actually go there. Why am I walking so long? Okay. So let's go to the catacombs. Let's, we're gonna hurry up and teleport there, and we're gonna go to the catacombs, and I'm gonna kind of look at the level because I don't even remember the level of the enemies. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go check something. I'm gonna check something together. Can we teleport with the Ow! Why am I defeated? What? Oh yeah, I walked through that. Okay. This is kind of nitpicking, but these are level 1 and I'm level 36, they shouldn't even be chasing after me. I feel like there should be a point where if you pass a certain point of level of an enemy, that they shouldn't chase after you unless you attack them. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying not all enemies need to be like that, but like these wolves, for example, they should be like that. Okay, so if you go to the waypoint, and we're gonna go to Catacombs Entry, okay? Also, this teleport kind of is shitty because this is not really the entry. You still have to go over the rock for the entry, but it's not. Like I said, I'm nitpicky when it comes to certain things. But like, why is that considered the entry when you have to go all the way around here just to get there? That's not the entry. Not necessarily. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. But, like I said, I'm nitpicking when it comes to certain things. But like I said, the crafting thing isn't nitpicking. Okay, let's use our mount to get down here faster. So we're gonna go down here, and so if we're gonna go down here, and this is the PV area. So I don't know if this is supposed to be a dungeon, and if it's supposed to be, then it should be no PvP here, and there should be different areas for PvP that enables automatically, like coliseums and stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, my point it being is, so this enemy right here is level 40, and I'm only 4 levels from defeating it. But watch this. If I lock onto this enemy and I try to start doing damage, I barely do damage. Barely. So, why? Okay? Why? Can you just leave me alone? Ugh. Sure, I'm 4 levels away from it, but I should be able to do a tad bit more damage. Okay? So now, this kind of brings up a little bit of the stats. So, I figured that I'll go Dex a little bit because to quit more. Okay? Could have been dumb, it could have been a dumb decision, but the thing is, getting strong in this game feels useless. It feels like no matter how much points you need, it doesn't matter. I feel like the only thing that matters is crafting a new weapon. That's it. That feels like the only thing that matters is crafting a new weapon. And personally, it's kind of dumb. Like, it feels like the level necessarily doesn't matter as well. It sort of does because you need the new gear, but like that's the only thing that really matters because you need the new gear. That's the only why leveling really matters. And like I said, I should be able to do a little bit more damage. I'm only 4 levels away from this guy, and it's like I'm barely doing any damage. I can understand if maybe I could only get it to like half. Like I should doing at least a little bit more damage than what 90 is. Like that, I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to certain things, I could be nitpicking, but this is one of them where I'm kind of nitpicking. It's like, it just feels off. And, I think that's really my biggest concern is the crafting. But there is other concerns. So they decided to put quality of life features as game passes. Why would you do that? So you go to the store and they have I pushed this because, I thought, oh, I'll be able to place pins around it. They already show you everything. Which, I'm not mad that it shows me everything. But the problem is, the map pinpointers pinpoint shouldn't cost Robux. It should be a quality of life feature where I can place points of interest of my being where I think is important. I shouldn't have to buy a game pass to be able to see pinpoints. I'm just saying. I shouldn't have, like, if I should be able to open up the map and see where quests are at without buying a pinpoint to show me what quests are at. That is the stupidest thing ever. Don't put quality of life shit in your fucking game passes. That is a shitty thing to do. Okay? Now, they put another one. Collect all drop. Seriously? Seriously? 200 Robux to be able to get a quality life feature to collect all of the drops? Seriously. That right there is another dumb thing. Okay? There should be a quality life update. Not a paid thing. And even then, even if it was a paid thing, it should not even be 200 Robux. 50 at max. Because this should have been a fucking quality life feature. Now, another thing. This right here is me nitpicking again. Why is a quest slot expansion pass 375 Robux? You can only carry 2 quests. Why can't I carry 3 quests at once? You should maybe at least let me carry 3 quests at once. At least. Before you even add this thing. And even then, it's kind of stupid. Also, this is another nitpicking thing. Why does it cost 299 Robux to change a fucking pet or mount's name? Why? Just why? Okay? I'm gonna tell you something that should be in the shop that would actually be decent if people did want to buy it, because this is how most MMOs do it. If you go to the shop of an MMO, normally there's a lot of cosmetics for the armor you're wearing, so you can make yourself look cool. Do that. Put those in the fucking store to sell for Robux. You could do pet drops, certain stuff that's only in the store that you can get, like mount drops and store drops. But you can still do the chest way. But it shouldn't be mounts that you can already obtain for free from the quests from repeating. Okay? That's not necessarily bad, because that's people's money. They can gamble all they want, okay? But obviously some people see it bad because they're like, you stupid, blah, 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 blah. But, like, to me, it doesn't matter. Though, I think instead of doing the quest way of trying to chance of getting a mount, you need to change it and make it not a quest. Okay? I'm going to say a better way of doing it. Don't have to do it, but here's a good way. And I really like this. And Order and Chaos, when it was a big popular game on mobile, a really good way, because, okay, so the way they did their mount system is like the most incredible mount system that I've ever enjoyed in an MMO game. Not saying other MMOs did it bad, and I'm not saying it's necessarily bad in here, but it's tedious and annoying compared to most MMOs. So, I want to give a suggestion of a better way of doing this. So, Order and Chaos, the way they did it is each race had different mounts. You can obviously, but you can gain like different there's like these schools you can get where you can use them and still be able to ride other stuff that's not from your race. Like you can be able to still ride horses or chinchillas and stuff like that. So the way that it was is that humans ride horses, these little implings would ride chinchillas. But let's say if I still would let's say if I wanted to ride a fiery horse, because I got a fiery horse, but I was an impling, I would have to use a score to use. Fuck! I would have to use a score to be able to use that amount, and I could use it any of those amounts forever now. After I use that human score to be able to use any amount, it was the best. But anyways, the point is, the system, the way that you would do is that, let's say a crimson deer spawned in the swamps. You would normally get a notification if you were in the area about a swamp, or someone will say it in the chat. Hey, there's this mount that just spawned in this location. So there would be 3 different ways of capturing the mount. You had the bonding stones, you had these traps, and then you had one level wand thing. The bonding stones were like a 20% chance of capturing the mount. The traps were like 50% capturing, and the heart was like 75% of capturing the mount. And it was so fun mount hunting to be able to go around the different sections and be able to use something in your inventory to be able to catch a mount yourself. Now, this does bring another thing about mounts, by the way. So, when you first obtain a mount, because it's already tedious, if they're going to keep it this way and never do the capture way, it's already tedious getting this mount, and walking is a big thing. Okay, this brings up another thing. When you first start the game, it's not as bad, but as time goes on, you get to level 10, you have to go to the Valorian Village, blah blah blah. It is tedious fuck. It starts to get very tedious, very fast walking. And then by the time you even get them out, you can't fucking use it. They make you level it up 10 times by taking 30% of the XP drops from you killing the mobs, which is the stupidest thing. So, if they're going to keep it like that, I should be able to gain half of that mount speed until it gets to max level. Half. So, this mount that I have at level 10 is 40 speed. If it's at level 1, by the time or even if you made it a level 5 upgrade, it would still be better than nothing. By the time once you get this mount, you should be able to at least gain half of the speed without riding it. You should be able to gain 20% speed without riding it. But that 20% speed goes away when that mount is evolved. You should be able to have it. Okay. You should be able to have a pet slot, okay? You should be able to have a pet slot right here, or a pet slot right here. And so when you have this, for example this, I can put this pet slot right here. That gives me 20%. So, for example, this has 70 speed in the water. 35, and 70. So, I should be able to gain, if I put this right here, let's say if I at least have this at level 5, I should be able to gain 35% swim speed, while this is still considered a pet equipped in the pet slot. Okay? Now, until it's level 10, I should be able to gain that until it's level 10. Once it's level 10, it goes back into the inventory, like nothing even happened. Now you have to ride it to get the full speed. And I'm saying that because it's only annoying to get the mount. So why do I have to go through all this trouble to even level it all up? To even be able to ride it for the speed? I'm just saying. That is a really good idea in my personal opinion. Now, another thing. I could be nitpicking again. But, so, this is a 40-second cooldown when you do this. 38, it's weird because it goes 38 and sometimes it'll say 39. But it's still a 40-second cooldown. I think it should be 30 seconds. It'll make a big difference for the people that is for the beginning part until you get that mount. And I think the game should tell you about mounts at level 15. You should be able to start gaining mounts at level 15, and the game should start telling you about them at level 15. Now, I didn't really have a problem with that, but I know I was hearing about the flying portion of the quest, which I haven't personally done the flying mount quest stuff yet, but I was hearing that the gathering portion was really bad, and if that's the case, then that should be reduced. But yeah, like, the biggest problem with this game is the walking and the crafting and the quality of life stuff inside the store. Those are the biggest things. Now, when it comes to abilities, I'm not so mad that I have to switch back and forth, but it is kind of sucks that you're stuck with 3 abilities for the entire game. Sure, you have different weapons you can play around with and switch different weapons if you wanted to. Like, if I wanted to, I can go to the ice staff. Guess it's not that bad. But, though, think about it for the other people, though. Like, I just go, so, like, this kind of brings up a point, though, with the abilities. Like, what's the point of crit? Crit supposedly only works on daggers, but, and, like, obviously, like, your main weapon attack. But it should be able to work for your abilities, too. You should be able to crit with your abilities. And, also, Dex should also be able to be attack speed as well. You should be able to attack faster the higher your dexterity is. Which I've also suggested this in the Discord. I also suggested a new weapon for them to add. Here, I'll actually pop up something on the screen right here in the center on what my suggestions was in the Discord. Now, the thing is, other than that, like, when I hover over these, I guess when you do this, it does tell you technically what it is. Never mind. Regard that. Okay. So, now, trying to think. Because there was another thing. Okay, we've done so many story bosses, okay? Well, there's only 3 bosses, okay? Now, this is the only one that you do through the story. And the thing is that you have all these different parts. You have the Astral Loom, you have the Astral Flare. I think by the end of each thing, there should have been a boss. By the end of each thing of getting it, there should have been a boss before you can get that artifact. And the fact that there's only one boss, this right here is a nitpick. But the fact that there's only one boss, or every few artifacts, there should be a new one. The fact that there's only one main story boss, it's kind of off-putting a little bit. And, towns. So, why is there only one town in the game still? Like, you figure that there should have been at least one other town by now. At least, even if it was like a small town. Like, even like one over here, there should have been like a small town over here or something. Sure, you have a teleporter over there. But I'm saying this because you should be able to, at towns, set your checkpoints at different towns. When they do, I guess, decide to add more towns, you should be able to set your your stuff there to do that. Also, I'm gonna bring up another point. I can't use these skill points because they say I need a unique weapon to be able to use them. Okay, that's fucking dumb. Okay. That's fucking dumb. And the unique weapon is this. Like, seriously, I have to use that staff? And now there's a 65% chance to be able to craft? Please tell me that ain't stupid. Also, I get it, balancing reasons, but I should be able to, I should be able to gain all these abilities. I should be able to gain all those abilities and be able to use all those abilities. By the time I'm level 60, I should be able to gain all these abilities. Every 10 levels, you should be able to at least gain a new spell. Or a new... Actually, every level you should be able to gain... Every 5 levels, you should be able to gain a skill point. And then... The point being is that you should be able to gain this. By the time you're level 50, 60, you should be able to have all these abilities. It shouldn't be, oh, you're stuck with 3 abilities for the entire game. Unless you go and switch a new thing and go mastery that weapon. Like, I'm sorry, but like, why am I stuck with these 3 abilities when I could use this that could be so useful? Like, come on now. Seasonal pass. It's trash. Dog doo-doo. Don't waste your money on it. Because a lot of the stuff you can get for free. And they put basic ass weapons in there that don't even have perks in them. When you craft them, you get perks. What's the point? Like, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I think the only thing that could definitely come by out of this, people are like, oh, I'm not crafting all that shit. I don't care about the perk bonus. I'll just swim fucking grind the battle pass. That's maybe the only decent bit, but even then it's stupid. You have to get to level 88. The problem is, you can't even get there. Because they decided to add a soft cap on leveling. Because they didn't want people to get the max level before they added new stuff. Then why is the max level even that high when there isn't even enough content to do? Max level I think is like 70 or 65, something like that. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know if it's 61 or 70. But if it's 70, then what's the point? It's not even that high. There's not even enough crafting materials to even get you that high. It should only be like 55 then at that point. And should only be to 55. All I gotta say is, that is my feedback. It's the crafting, the shop thing with quality of life features, and the walking are the main 3 biggest things. And obviously the other stuff is some nitpicking and stuff that should be in the game or should have been changed. Anyways, that's all I have to say, and I'm gonna capiche out. Capiche out. Anyways, bye.